Hey everyone, it's Victoria with She's Gone Country Farms. Now that we've gotten through that heat wave, I thought I would give everyone a garden tour, see how we made out over here. As you can see, the Roma tomatoes are doing great. I did start to have a little bit of an issue with some blossom end rot. I couldn't find I could find some stuff at the store, but it wasn't what I wanted. So what I ended up doing is purchasing some calcium vitamin supplements. I disintegrated it in some boiling water, added about a handful of Epsom salt, then threw in some cold water so that I didn't burn the roots of my plants, and used that to water everything, and it seemed to have done the trick. Really cheap way to go about it. I think I spent, I don't know, maybe $5-6 on everything, and I've got enough for this summer, next summer, and probably the summer after that. So as you can see, everything's looking great. This is my first non-Roma that's starting to ripen. Really excited about that. And I hear, oh hey there fella. Oh, it buzzed right by me. Was going to mention how I have all these clovers like I talked about in the last garden tour. I will continue to just let those grow. It's a great way to bring pollinators into the garden. And a bumblebee just went past me, which would have been a really good example, but I didn't get him on video, of course. Here's the other side of my tomatoes. Everything's looking good. I did harvest some of the potatoes out of here. So as you can see, this is all tore up. Started some more cucumbers. I do have a space here. I'm going to just put some pots. This ended up flooding pretty badly, so I don't want to do any more direct in the ground over here. It just really flooded out. Here's some more cucumbers. This is going to be the carrots. It's just a little too hot for that. I don't know what kind of peppers these are. I don't think that they're the cayennes. I think that they are a Thai chili pepper that we planted. I don't know because, once again, let's talk about the great greenhouse debacle where it blew away. So that is why I'm not sure. I won't know until those ripen up a little bit more. This kind of is stunted, I think. When I got this in here, I should have picked all of the current peppers off of it a little sooner, so it seems like it kind of stunted the growth. Cucumber seems to be living in harmony with these tomato plants so far. I have harvested a couple of cucumbers off of it. I don't know if I'm going to plant this kind next year. I'm just not necessarily digging them. Ghost pepper, zucchini. I picked the zinnias. I'm having some issues. Had to have a procedure, and my health insurance is giving me some aggravation about paying for the procedure. My regular doctor stepped in and helped out, so I brought her some flowers along with some of my mint and lemon balm, stuff to make some tea. She really enjoyed it. Some more of the peppers. This is more of what those super chilies are supposed to look like. Usually they're even a little more fluffy than that. Got some red ones at the bottom here I need to harvest. Pretty soon I'm going to have to get out the dehydrator already, which is fantastic. First year growing some poblanos. I'll come back around. After the fact, started some yellow zucchini. I don't know if the sun in the back, if you can really see that. Different type of cucumber. Some lemongrass. My lemon balm. I believe that these are all Armana Orange and Abe Lincolns. Haven't had anything actually even blush in here yet. At least not that I'm aware of. I'm going to take a look. No, not yet. But they look decent. Some more of my zinnias. Pepper row is really just doing wonderful. Remember when it was all puny and they were like 2 inches tall, maybe 3 inches tall? I mean, now look at, these things are huge. Starting to get some peppers. That is one thing, they're a little bit leggy for the amount of peppers that I've got going on. So little concerned, not too much though. I've got loads of time. And they're starting to get some. So I'm going to say it'll be just fine. Come back here. I planted this really late. This is going to be the birdhouse squash. Some more beans. Some spearmint. So the stores had everything for like 75% off. I might be lying. I think it was more like 90%. So they had this really horrible, scraggly spearmint, and I bought it. I think it was a dime. And that's starting to come up. I think I might transplant it out of there. Here are our ghost peppers. We've got some of these looking beyond awesome. Look, I cut the grass and got some of the grass clippings on it. Oops. Let me turn around so that you don't have the sun in your eyes. Look at this thing. It's taller than me. This is the only tomato plant that survived the greenhouse ordeal. That is just a little cherry tomato. I think it's like the 1000 sweet something. I'd have to look at the package. I don't remember. More oregano. Everything back here is looking nice and full. Wonderful. Very pleased with the garden this year. Another one of my afterthought plantings. These are different kinds of habaneros. I think these are the white habanero seeds that I bought after the garden, or after the greenhouse ordeal. Now here's maybe one of you guys that watch this can help me. This is green beans. It's trellising really nicely. See? It's taller than me, but here's my worry, my problem, my question, whatever you want to call it. I usually grow a bush variety. I don't have any beans. I don't have any flowers. I don't have any beans. I don't have any anythings. So what's going on? What am I doing? What's wrong with this picture? If someone could drop me a note in the comments and let me know what's going on with that, because I need beans. I did start some other bush varieties since this wasn't seeming to do that well. Or maybe I'm just impatient and want immediate results. And here are the other habaneros. This should be a chocolate habanero, lemon, and regular habaneros. I threw a couple of basil seeds in here, so this basil is doing wonderfully. Another basil. This stick, so a random stick. We have just been having such ridiculous storms lately. It's remarkable. And these poor little plants were getting their butts kicked. They were knocked over. I put some sticks in. I'm a big fan of just using some sticks or using what you've got laying around and not having to spend so much money on different garden stakes. I also didn't have my truck working at the beginning of the season, so I couldn't go and buy a bunch of 1x1s that I wanted to get. So I'll do that here soon, even for next year. I have a coupon for $5 off my local lumber store, so I'm going to have to take advantage of that. I should be able to get 3 for free, and then I'll buy a few more. This is what everything looks like. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. Green beans, I picked some of those today. There's only a few, so I fed them to the dogs. Why? Because the dogs need treats too. And what a better treat. Harvested some zucchini already. I know I'm backtracking. Here's the round 2 of the potatoes that I neglected to show everyone as we were walking through, I believe. There you have it. This is what we've got going on this year. I'm really pleased. Already thinking about my fall garden. Got some things already started inside. I'll show you that as I progress. Hope everybody has a really great evening and happy gardening.